Well, it started my rookie year. It's called Third Gear Youth Leadership, and it started with basketball camps that I have every year. And one thing I wanted to do different, I wanted to do something that would allow kids to think outside the box. And the thing that's in the box, if you look at 99% of the young men that are in my basketball camp, you ask them what they want to be, they say they want to be basketball players or some form of entertainers. And you look at the young women, you ask them what they want to be, and they say models. And it came to me, and it makes me feel sometimes, am I doing the young men justice by being a basketball player? But there's nothing wrong with being a basketball player, but you just have to show them that I'm not just a basketball player. There's many other things that you have to do. And just making it to the NBA, that can set you up for a bigger downfall because you try to adopt this certain lifestyle that they have for you, and it's like a trap. So one of the things that we do within the program or the organization is that we have entrepreneurship program, which my mom heads with that. One of the particular assignments that we had in the camp this year was we had the children to go out and sell keychains. And what that instills in the child, that you earn your way.
That's right.
And what better way to make it in this world is you find a way or make one. She has a sewing program for the little girls, which I think is very important. We also have nutrition. We teach financial etiquette. We teach proper eating etiquette, how to eat at the table, sex education. So we try to give a balance to the kid, not just throw a basketball out there, because that's a big trap. Because no matter how good you are in basketball, it all depends on who likes you. But if you know something, you can care if somebody likes you or not. You know something, and you can provide something that's needed.
And not only that, but I try to position my son for life after basketball.
Yeah.
And that's why we did the foundation, so that and he says that in the world you're just Linton Johnson, but at home you're king. So we're king and queen here in North Lawndale because we're constantly putting back to our community because we're from here. And if we don't put back here, then where? So we've been here a long time. So like I said earlier, we could be anywhere in the world, but we choose to be here at home with our children, where we came up at and where we're trying to build. We're looking for the black metropolis in North Lawndale, because we want to be able to operate our own community, because I truly believe that this is our season.
Yes, I do.
And we do have Obama running for the presidency. Even if he don't make it, that has instilled hope in a lot of us, because it's been a long time coming.
I know.
That
we would have
we've
thought
had.
in our lifetime we would see a black man.
I thought it.
running for president.
I thought it. As a matter of fact, when I was young, I used to always pray to God. I said, God, when you get ready to do what you're going to do, I want to be in that number. And I used to remember my grandmother and mother talking about, it's going to come a time. And she 90 and she 80. I'm like, well, when?
Yeah.
The time is now.
That's right.
This is our season.
Linton, what would you say to these kids, since they have no hopes or dreams, and we've kind of let them down, our generation, and seeing that you're a successful young black man raised by your mom, what would you give advice to them for?
Well, I think you can go in so many directions with trying to give advice to a young teen and whatnot. But I think the core thing that a child must understand is that they have a superiority within themselves. And I don't want to go into a religious thing. I'm spiritual. You may have people that's a Buddhist, a Christian, a Muslim, but I know that a higher being is inside of each and every one of us. And I feel by birth at nature, without anything, that existence is inside. So what would I tell somebody? I would tell somebody to focus on meditation, visualization, because visualizations got me to where I am today. How do you visualize? I feel that there's a saying, I don't know it verbatim, but it talks about how God tries to speak to you in the morning, but you got the TV on. He tries to talk to you when you're in the car, but you got the radio on. He tried to talk to you at night, but you're on the cell phone. So what I'm saying, there's so many things out here that distracts us. And when you look at that television, it's hitting you with so many images. Like you can take a commercial on MTV, they have a black girl talking about how she has AIDS, but the way she speaks it, she is speaking incorrect English. So she's keeping up the whole notion that black women speak with Ebonics. She's saying, yeah, I be having AIDS, I've been there. So when a black girl see that, she relates to that and she think that that's how she has to carry herself. You take that out of the picture and you don't have that certain image about yourself, then you left with what you think of yourself without all those images. And I think without that, you have a higher sense of yourself. So cut the TV off, cut the radio off. I have nothing against Lil Wayne, but when you hear certain music by Lil Wayne, when you listen to it, how far can you go? When you saying you're doing certain stuff to women, you're trying to have so many women, like how far can you go with that? And so if you take all that out and just have time to think about certain things and hear what God has for you, then you'll have a clear path. And when you take that time and add reading, because you can go anywhere in this world when you read, you can be a phenomenal person. You can be a Barack Obama, because that man really has something.
Yes, he does.
Listening to him speak, I have to say that he's anointed.
Yes.
And how did he become anointed? One of the ways he became anointed, because he read and he listened to his inner self. You know, he's not following what other people have for him. And that's the advice that I
have.
have.
Mother, she woke him up every morning at 4:30 for his lesson. She made sure he got what she wanted him to get.
Oh, yeah.
Call those treasure babies. He was treasured from the day he came out, so he's special. But you are too. And your mom, what do you have to say about single moms, darling?
Well,
she did such a good job.
Well, like I said, it wasn't just me. It was his father and his grandmother. It was the whole village to help raise this one right here, because I couldn't did it by myself, and I thank God for the help that I've had. But what I tell the mothers, especially ones with sons, that with a little boy, you know, your job is to help to bring him to a certain level. Then there's a man around, get that boy to a man, because women don't raise men, men raise men. We make a big mistake in thinking that we're mother and father. We're just mother. That's it. That's all. Because we don't have penal language to talk the language to young boys. We either making them a pimp or we making them soft. Even with our daughters, you know, we have to change the image, because when our daughters look at us, what are they looking at? You looking at a woman, you looking at something else. So we need to woman up. So when our girls look at us, they see a woman, so they can imitate that, because we imitate what we see. If we walk around here nappy head, tight, this, that, that's what our girls gonna do. And with our boys, if you got a boy, find him a man, because boys need men, because T.D. Jakes said that in our community there are no old men, because they die young. You know, in order for a boy to be a man, he got to see a man. You know, so that man can help guide him, shape him, and direct him. Like, no son, no, leave her alone, son. She no good for you, son. But we ain't got that. So that's why you have a lot of homosexuality in our community, because little boys are looking for the touch and the smell of a man. You know, so we have to, as women, conscious women, we have to understand that we need to do what we do and let men do what men do. We do what we do and stay out the way. When men speak, we need to be quiet. When a man speaks, I ain't talking about no fool, I'm talking about the man. When a man speaks, and then for men, when women speak, listen, because we bring balance, male and female. That's why we got a mother and a father, male and female. So once we come together, then we can be all right. But the main thing is that it's not that we're not together, we're just not connected. My job is to connect the dots.
Well, there you have it. We have Linton Johnson, NBA player, and his mom. Thank you very much for listening.